YouTube, what's going on, y'all? The Palo Santo is lit. So y'all know what time it is. It's your boy JB Waters, Waters for short. Waters by Waters on all social media. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. We are, 3 days in? 3 days in. 2 days. 2 days into June, man. Hopefully y'all month's been starting out strong, being pleasant, being the motivation and momentum that you wanted. Thank y'all for hitting that thumbnail. You could have hit any thumbnails, 1,000 thumbnails, many thumbnails, but you decided to hit mine today. So appreciate y'all, man. But as y'all know, I like to be long with introductions. We can dive right in and get to it. Yeah, and thank you for all the subscribers and all the ones that are back. But man, y'all see it, y'all see it, y'all see it. Oh yeah, one thing, I gotta call this out too, because we just started doing this on IG with the homies. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, go check out the IG Words by Waters, WORDSBYWATERS. On Instagram, me and the homies have been doing something called The Real Rotation. It's like a podcast, like live type thing we've been doing on Instagram, and we just talking about all things real, unfiltered, roundtable conversations. Tomorrow we're talking about why do people hesitate to invest. So if y'all do see this and y'all in time to make it, we're doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Just tap in. But yeah, this is powerful, man. So before we get started, man, I want y'all to put in the comments right now, what do y'all think, or what does generational wealth mean to you? When you hear somebody talk about generational wealth, like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it money? Do you think about like, oh man, let me have some money to pass down to my kids. Let me have some assets, a house to give my kids, some land, a trust. What is it that the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about generational wealth? And I want y'all to put that in the comments, or if not, just think about it. Because I think right now, we are at a time where it's good because people are talking about this generational wealth thing more than ever, all races of people. But I'm really happy right now that people of color and minorities are talking about it more than ever. Because I think we're late to the game. I mean, we all know it is what it is. We know how that happened, and that really doesn't fucking matter. But it's good that we're starting to have that conversation now. What I want to discuss today with y'all is what people think for generational wealth still the same, and what most people think generational wealth is. In my opinion, I would say that most people feel generational. My bad, y'all had some technical difficulties. As I was saying, wealth in the form of assets. So that's land, businesses, business systems, money, trust, all of those different things. Just what we know, the basic level of generational wealth. I feel that most people consider that to be. What I'm bringing to the table and what the discussion is today is, like, if y'all think about what's more important, getting something or making something last, right? So somebody said, hey, you know what? You can go here. You can enjoy your time, but this will be the last time you ever get the chance to do this again. It's kind of like is it better to love and lost or never love at all? And I kind of feel that with things in life too. Is it better to try something and never be able to have that thing again? And not saying you can't have it, but the fact that you don't have it because you probably don't know why you got it in the first place. And I think that's what we don't understand, or we look over when it comes to the generational wealth, primarily for people of color, is we don't understand that the secret is to keep it. So the true generational wealth is not the things that you acquire, but it's the path that got you to the things that you acquired, the philosophy behind how you got what you got. And I think that needs to be the narrative and the conversation that we need to have in more families and more communities and more relationships. And that dialogue needs to be expanding amongst people. The conversation that say, hey y'all, the secret is to keep it. Yeah, if you get money and you get $100 or $100,000 in 1 year and you lose it in 1 month, 6 months, or even a year, and you never get it back again, I think the regret of losing that is too much for most people to bear. And most people don't realize that that's a battle that they're not ready for until they get to it and realize, like, damn. But then people face that all the time, and they find that golden ticket and they find that enlightenment, and they say, you know what, the journey is more important than the destination. The process is more important than what's acquired in the result. So you see people bounce back all the time. Snoop Dogg then lost his money, bounce back. Trump then lost his money, bounce back. It's been so many millionaires. A lot of the Shark Tank dudes that you listen to, a lot of them talk about, man, like, I went bankrupt and had to file for bankruptcy plenty of times. I lost houses. Grant Cardone, the dude who made the 10X rule, I'm sure plenty of people know him. All these dudes, I'll tell you, but they talk about it after it happened. And I'm sure that that's all they talk about now, the process, the process. The journey is more important than the destination, the philosophy. But that is so hard for people still to grasp and get down and understand that that's more important. Like, still to this day, people are just like, man, let me get to the point to where I can travel how I want to, hop on the flights, hop on the planes. People don't want to rush to get to the destination, the flights, the not having to work for nobody, not having to work all long hours, which is, if you're an entrepreneur, that's even harder and longer to do anyway. You're gonna have to do more of that anyway than having to figure out how to work somebody else's system. You have to create your own and do all the stuff that somebody else does that you don't even have to worry about because it's being done for you. And you just have to worry about your little role or your role in the company. And people that rush through all of that stuff to want to get to the end of the road and say, you know what, I want to get to the beach. I want to get to the cars. I want to get to the guys, the girls, or the bottles and the food and the vacation and relaxing. And it's like, well, like, do you really want that stuff? Like, how long do you really want it? Do you really just want to see what it's like? And then like, I don't, because that's most likely what most people do. Most people want, if people don't understand that the generational wealth lies in the process and the journey and the destination, they're going to do one or two things. They're either going to never make it because they don't get that how you get there matters, or they're going to make it and they're going to be there for a short amount of time, and the secret is to keep it, so they're not going to keep it. Those are the two different scenarios. People will never make it, or they will get there and they won't keep it that long and it'll be right back where they started from. Or, my bad, there's a third one. Or there's that special caveat, 1% outlier group of people who understand the destination is important and they get it and they keep it. And or the people who understand the destination is important, but they learn it along the way and then they lose it, but they learned the lesson that the process is important, so they get it back and they say, you know what, the true generational wealth that I have is the process. So my advice to everyone is, instead of trying to figure out how to get loans and get your house, to get a house that you can sit on, and like, instead of giving you, I'm gonna give my kid a house, I'm gonna give my kid, like, cool, that's fine. I'm not discouraging anybody and teaching anybody how to live their life and raise their kids. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe too, man. I'm all geeked up. Y'all know I get to start talking about financial wealth and everything and just be geeking. But y'all know that you can give your kids a house. You can give your family members a house. You can give your family members money. You can give them all these things that are considered wealth, assets. You can give them shares of stock. But until they learn the philosophy, the process, the journey is more important, they're going to be bleeding you dry. And then when you die, they're no longer going to have the source, which is you. So most likely they won't have it anymore. That's why they say after the third generational wealth dies. So is generational wealth really mattering now? Because if it dies after third, then, I mean, how generational is generational wealth if it's only 3 generational? People have been living for fucking millions of years. Human beings have been around for millions of years. But if we look at the fact that all of us are connected and we're all related, then yeah, generational wealth has been making it forever, because there's always been some level of humans or humanity that's known more than everybody else and had more and had that mentality to build and create and build systems and build towns and build colonies and build empires and, you know, build all of the things that make our world run now. And we might not look the same, but if you go back farther enough, those bloodlines cross and people are the same and we're related. So if you look at it from that point, then yeah, generational wealth goes on and it's been going on forever. But the key to it is not the thing that you have in your hand, y'all. I didn't want to be long-winded on this. I wanted people to understand that if you're thinking about generational wealth, you need to be concentrating on all your energy on documenting the process and doing whatever you can to document the process, to be able to pass the process along through knowledge, through teaching, but also giving people enough room to grow, to learn how to make their own mistake, to get their own iterations in, to understand, to go through the process themselves. That is one of the most major keys and the biggest factors, in my opinion, on the generational wealth concept. The true generational wealth is what you know and what you learn and not what you have. The person that you become along the way and the knowledge that you acquire along the way is worth more than anything that you can buy. So let me say it again. The person you become and the knowledge that you gain along the journey to where you want to go and what you want to get is more important than the place that you end up being as in a destination and the thing that you end up requiring. That is the true generational wealth, y'all. So it's like, to me, it hit me years ago, and I just was chipping away at trying to really hold on to it. It's kind of like you seeing something that's going to lead you to a place, and then you see it and you're like, okay, it's going that way. And then you kind of lose the vision of where it was at, and then it comes back and you lose it and you see it. It's like I seen it a long time ago, but it was only recently, probably about 6-7 years ago, to where my eyes was fixated on it, and I have not taken my eyes off of it ever since then. So hopefully that encouraged everybody. Like I said, I wanted to come in and out. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that. Like I said in the comments, put what you feel generational wealth is to you. If nobody else was around, you was in a room by yourself, all quiet, what does generational wealth mean to you? Y'all make sure y'all go tap it in too. Let's see if I can find something randomly in this great book. Come up here. It's time to read, y'all. Okay, I think that's close to it. Wealth starts in the mind. Your money goes in the same direction as you. Either one of those make me think of generational wealth. I like this one. Each dollar you spend lays a brick on the path to growth or regression. So it's kind of like saying every dollar that you spend will set you up for a road that will lead you somewhere that you want to go and somewhere that you want to grow, or will set you up for a road that you don't want. And then if you spend money for your life to be better, if you spend money in places that will make sure that you have a life that you love and a life that you want, then you'll be good. But if not, if you spend money on things that won't help you have that or help you have that, then you'll be going backwards, y'all. But yeah, y'all go tap in, man. Once again, if y'all ain't on there, go holler at me, Words by Waters, on Instagram. I'll put it right there. And we got that real rotation tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My bad. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, till next time, man, I really, really appreciate everybody who came through, who showed love. And till next time, y'all remember to stay well, be conscious, and write your world into existence. Waters love.